Welcome back, Standard 12th. Today we'll deal with Indian economy as we were dealing, and now we'll take up the next topic, that is industrial sector. In industrial sector, we'll see that we had already studied that India did not have many modern industries. Either it did not have any modern industry, but then too India had a good trade relation with others because of its handicraft industry. But when the Britishers came, all these handicraft industries, they had to close down. The two reasons why it closed down was, the first, it was not getting that fine raw material which it was getting earlier. And second problem was, it had to face severe competition from the goods manufactured in the Britain industries, that is the England industry. So because of these two reasons, it could not have its own stand, and therefore all major handloom industries had to be closed down. When these handloom industries closed down, the Britishers did nothing to set up any other industry, because their sole motive was the two objectives. The sole motive or the two objectives were to transform India into an importer of finished goods manufactured in Britain, and second was to transform India into an exporter of raw materials for the Britain industry. So, the key features of industrial sector during British rule are as follows. Okay, so salient features of industrial sector during British rule was that number one, world famous handicraft industries declined. I told you the reason why they declined. First is they were not getting raw materials, and second they had to face stiff competition from imported foreign goods. Second was progress of modern industries remained slow. Some modern industries were opened, but their progress was very slow. Then there was regional concentration of industries. Regional concentration of industries means that industries were located in few areas, not all the areas. For example, the cotton industries were located mainly in Gujarat and Maharashtra, whereas the jute industries was mainly located in the Bengal belt. So there was regional concentration of industries. Then a private company, TISCO, was incorporated, that is Tata Iron and Steel Corporation, was incorporated in the year 1907. Apart from this, some industries were there, that was sugar, cement, paper, etc. But the main problem was that in India, there were consumer good industries but very few capital good industries. Now, what are consumer good industries and what are capital good industries? Industries which produce goods to be used in further production is known as capital good. And industries which produce goods to be used directly is known as consumer goods. So, in India, there were only a few capital good industries. Then, the public sector, that is the government, was taking a very limited role in setting up industries. It was mainly concentrated to railways, postal departments and so on. So the role of public sector or the government sector was very less in setting up of industries. This was the industrial sector, the key features of industrial sector. Now we'll take up foreign trade. Okay, so the next topic is foreign trade.
Go.
So the next topic was foreign trade. What is trade? So trade means buying and selling of goods. You've done it in 11. So buying and selling of good is known as trade. And when you buy and sell goods with other countries, it becomes foreign trade. So what is foreign trade? Buying and selling of good with other countries is known as foreign trade. So India was having foreign trade with other countries. Mainly, British had maintained a monopoly over India's foreign trade. But still, India was exporting. What was India exporting? So India was exporting primary products, that is raw materials of cotton, silk, wool, sugar, indigo, jute, etc. And India was importing. What was India importing? So all finished goods from Britain. Exporting means when you sell goods to other countries, it is exporting. So India was exporting primary products, that is raw materials. Import means buying. What was India buying? So India was buying finished goods from Britain industries. Now, other countries with which India could have its trade was China, Ceylon, which is Sri Lanka, and Persia, which is now Iran. Although Britain was maintaining monopoly over India's foreign trade, it could trade with 3 more countries, that is China, Ceylon, that is Sri Lanka, Persia, which is Iran. In this trade, India was exporting more and importing less. So India was having export surplus. What is export surplus? When volume of export is greater than volume of imports. It is known as export surplus. But this foreign trade was not helping India anymore. It was causing a major threat to India. So we'll see what were the problems India was facing due to this foreign trade.
Go.
Okay. So the foreign trade did not help India, and because it did not help India, it is often referred to as drain of wealth. Why it is called drain of wealth? Because the generation of export surplus did not benefit India in any ways. And more as it led to scarcity of essential commodities in India like food, clothing, etc. So Indian people were not having all these things. They were having scarcity of all these things. Scarcity, you know what is scarcity? When supply is less than the demand. Then this export surplus which India was having did not result in inflow of gold and silver. ये नहीं था कि इंडिया का सामान बाहर जा रहा था तो बदले में इंडिया को गोल्ड और सिल्वर कॉइन्स मिल रहे, ये नहीं मिल रहा था, बल्कि जितना भी पैसा आ रहा था इट वॉज यूज्ड बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स. कहाँ कहाँ यूज करते थे? तो इट वॉज यूज्ड टू मेक पेमेंट्स. It was used to make payments to the British officials who were working in India and Britain. Then it was used to meet expenses on war, again fought by the Britishers. And then whatever was left was used in import of invisible items, जिसका कोई रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन नहीं हो रहा था. तो इंडिया का सामान जा रहा था बट बदले में इंडिया को कुछ नहीं मिल रहा था. पॉकेट्स किसकी भर रही थी? तो ब्रिटिशर्स की. इसीलिए इस फॉरेन ट्रेड को उस वक्त रेफर किया जाता था ड्रेन ऑफ इंडियाज वेल्थ. सो दिस मच टुडे and catch you in the next class. Do like and subscribe for more videos.